Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, but that character for Paul Rudd is by far like my favorite Paul Rudd character.
Well, everybody loves Paul Rudd.
No, I mean, I'm just saying that's my favorite Paul Rudd character. Anyway, go ahead. Go ahead. Hit it.
We have already hit it. Welcome. Tonight, we discuss SummerSlam Night 1. Night one.
Maz
Go
and
ahead.
ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Talk. We're here. Give us your
professional
thoughts.
podcasters on the WWE.
Yeah, fuck you, JD in New York and Meltzer. Oh, and fuck that Tap guy.
Hey, have you watched Unreal?
2 episodes so far.
Okay.
I really like it.
I was just gonna bring up the YouTuber / TikTok live thing that they kept, like, people that they showed talking about it. It just makes me so sad because I don't know how much of that shit is sponsored. And like, I know some of it is sponsored because you don't just get away with talking about, like, we're never going to be a sponsored person for WWE. We're going to be probably, and I'm saying this out front because I have a feeling there's going to be some legitimate criticism in this episode, probably some praise as well, but some criticism.
I'll tell you
not
what,
loyalists.
we are honest though. So like,
yes,
we say if it sucks, we say if it's good.
Yes.
Watch WrestleMania Night 1 and Night 2 from last year, and you'll figure that out. So we are actually structured tonight. We're not gonna jump. We're not gonna jump, Mister match to match.
No.
There was a 3-hour pre-show. I cannot stand that Peter Rosenberg fucking guy. So I watched, I think, 12 minutes before the show started.
I watched the last 45 minutes to an hour. I watched the first 2 hours with the volume off. So like, I saw who was coming up and what was happening. I got the eye candy aspect of the pre-show, which I feel is a very big part of the pre-show. I'm just, but I didn't need much build up for this. If I'm being honest, these matches kind of sold themselves for the most part. The card for this SummerSlam going into it to me was like genuinely, not generally, genuinely impressive. So I was pretty pumped, to be honest. So last half hour, took the TV off mute and caught the last half hour of the pre-show going into the show. Couldn't have started off worse.
Breland, whatever the fucking guy's name is, he couldn't hit a key. How about that?
So there's a running joke in my house at this point with the multi-platinum artists that they all like. That's like the thing they always say, the joke in our house is just like, how like, what does it take? What are the qualifications to classify as a multi-platinum recording artist? Because clearly anyone can do it. Like, who are these people? They're never stars. They're never anybody. It's just weird. I feel like they get better people to do, baseball games in the middle of the season, and then Cardi B, convinces my children. Cardi B is what convinces my children that humans are not the only things living on this planet.
So here's the weird thing about old Cardi B. She comes out, she's the host, but then she's sitting in the crowd later on the show. Like, none of it makes sense.
Yeah. She's not hosting shit. She just came out and said, "Welcome to SummerSlam," so Triple H didn't have to carry his ass out there after spending the day with Trump.
Is that what she said? Because I really didn't fucking understand it. And she was clearly reading. She was reading from something, and I was surprised I was surprised their areolas didn't pop out like they always do, but cool. They got her song, so that's great. Jey Uso.
Like, was that part of it? Was that part of it? You think in order to use her music, she had to like personally appear and get paid an appearance fee, like probably for like the level of doing a concert or an award show or something. She probably made a ton of fucking money tonight, you know.
We'll find out tomorrow because she's the host of the whole show. So,
right? Yeah, I guess that's true, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ooh, man, why couldn't it have just been the fucking Miz? You know what happened to the days of the Miz hosting these things? Like, it could have been Chelsea Green. The show could have been hosted by Chelsea Green. Would have been fucking amazing. Yeah, she's obnoxious. Like that, like impossible to understand. I look, you can call me a 43-year-old white man because that's exactly what I am, but I don't understand what she's supposed to represent because I've never met a human being that is like that. I'm just saying, and like, she's weird, and I don't get it. I'll never get it.
I think I have the perfect transition.
Okay.
So Cardi B stepped off and led us to Jey Uso up in the crowd. You see the transition there? A person that's really weird and you don't understand.
I don't. Oh, hey. Oh no, I guess I shouldn't spoil anything of Unreal, huh? Because that was something I really liked. The coverage of what the executives of what WWE, like what creative, what they actually had with Jay versus like what they created in order to get Jay over, and how they didn't necessarily have faith that he was going to pull it off. Best part of the show, hands down. Best part of the show, because I'm one of those assholes in the crowd in Minneapolis on a Raw, like booing that man, yelling at him from the third row, calling him Crybaby Jay, because his character got so soft and weird after the Royal Rumble. Tonight, I saw kind of a different Jay, and I think Roman was a huge part of it. If Roman wasn't part of this match, and I don't say nice things about Roman very often, if Roman wasn't part of this match tonight, like it would have suffered greatly. Like Jay is done with like a huge singles run. I think like he's not going back to the title anytime soon. And Roman really like lit a fire under his ass tonight. Like you saw it after Roman's entrance, and how without the power of the yeet to get the crowd all jazzed up and all that, Roman walks out to Taker's pace and has the crowd in his fucking palm the whole fucking walk. Doesn't have to do shit. You know what I'm saying? And like, he came in and then he does his whole thing and he starts hitting Jay and he starts getting him fired up. And given their relation, I'm sure it was very positive, like push, let's go. Like this is a fucking moment. Let's go. And I thought it was Jay's best match that I've seen him in probably a good year, to be completely honest. And it might be because he only had 5 minutes worth of work.
Yeah, it was his best showing since that Hell in the Cell match.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll give you that. And he took a beating. Like, and I mean, that just makes me happy, but he took a beating. Bron taking out Roman early on, like to isolate Jay and make Jay kind of stand on his own a little bit. I loved that. I loved it. Roman has clearly gotten to the place where he shows up 5 times a year, works for, like, tonight he worked for 5 minutes. He did 5 minutes worth of physical exertion. Like the rest of it, he was like on the ground, or he was waiting for a tag or whatever. And somehow he feels more impactful than he did when he was on the show every week with a belt. Like, to me, and again, I could be completely off base here, but I see Roman and Braun, like, maybe this Mania, like maybe feuding in the Royal Rumble, maybe eliminating each other, maybe building towards a Mania match. I don't know what kind of stakes it would have, but they're building something between Braun and Roman to get Braun. Like, Roman's going to have to put somebody over pretty soon, right? Like, it's the way of the business. He's not an everyday guy. He's going to have to put somebody over soon. And I am guessing it's Braun fucking Breaker.
Maybe.
So, yeah. What'd you think of the match? How did you think? What'd you think of the build? Like the way they did it, executed it.
Actually, it was actually really perfect, because you think going into it, obviously Bronson Reed is probably going to take the fall, because that's what he's there for. You can see that they're building Braun. You can see that Jay is a star right now, and Roman is one of the biggest stars in the industry. And then you're like, this is like a passing of the torch kind of thing, and it wasn't built that way. Like, right. Roman didn't really sell. He was just not there. It's very similar to the women's tag match, I thought. But everything, like, if it was AEW, they'd have done 45,000 moves. They did a move every, they build, they do a move. Everything was impactful. Everything was meaningful. And that's how you actually build talent. You don't do a tombstone pile driver onto 2 chairs and kick out at 2.
Dude, I knew you were going to throw that in. I wasn't sure how far we were going to go in before you did. We didn't even make it through the first match. I love it.
I had to. But there you can see that Braun is something. And then when Braun is cooking, he puts the straps up to take the straps back down. Like, you're like, dude, fuck, let's go.
Dude, the crowd lost their fucking mind when he did that. Like,
because he's a legit superstar.
Yep, 100%, 100%.
And Bronson Reed, like, you can't take anything away from that fucking guy. He's jelly roll sized, jumping off the fucking War Games cage. So yeah, you have something, but you just don't know what it is. It's very similar to 6 months ago with Raquel Rodriguez, because you know you got something there, but you don't know what it is.
We're not gonna jump. I just want to say this. I just want to say this right now because of what you just said, real quick. I'm worried that she's in another situation where she is being overshadowed by a bigger personality.
Well,
yeah,
naturally, and so is Bronson.
Yes, yeah.
So that's why I made that
absolutely. But Bronson, as the big guy that he is, similar kind of to Raquel, I guess, is that no, because Otis has his own personality, and they've never pushed him. They've never pushed him.
Bronson is in a main event stable. That's what they're there for.
Right. Bron
Otis is there to eat Papa John's in the back room.
Fair enough. I mean that, but didn't Otis? I mean, hadn't it's a personality thing. Is just the point I was trying to get to. I kind of lost it, but right now, Bron is on the verge of being rocket shipped.
Mm-hmm.
Like he and you can't say that he is right now because he's just getting to prove himself. He's in a stable. He's doing the right thing. The belt is over him now. In case, spoiler alert, that's what you're here for. But like it's he's on the stable with the world heavyweight champion. Like that's a push, but he's on the precipice of getting his own push where it's about everything is about him. I just don't know how early it comes, and I just hope he doesn't get hurt. Like that's just the one thing, because he operates at such a high speed. He just operates at such everything looks and I'm sure feels like, as you said it, very impactful. And
spoiler, he's hurt.
Oh my god, are you serious?
You didn't
what
see?
Happened? No.
We'll get there, but
okay. Well, we're in the match.
At the end, yeah, he limped off after and he had his knee taped up at the end.
Oh. In the end,
probably it was probably that spear. It was probably the spear.
Wait, which one?
Through the barricade.
Oh, okay.
Because he was cooking before that, and then he was slow.
Yeah, well, he took a couple spots. Like the one where he dove at Roman, I didn't know if he was going for a spear. He saw the stairs and he backed out, like because he didn't have the right angle, and then he just kind of like shoulder dove at him. But it looked like he went right for his head, and I was like, holy shit. Like I never saw an angle where you could see if impact was made or whatever. Both guys kind of looked okay, but yeah, I didn't pick up anything, so that sucks. I hope he's not legitimately like injured, because honestly, that's the only thing that's going to slow him up. It's the only thing at this point that's going to trip him. Like you said, when he put the things back up and took him down, it was like a moment. It was like that lightning in the bottle moment, and the crowd ate it up. And he's a heel against the one OT1C whatever he is. Yeah, OTC1, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, that's a star, dude. Like that's and they know it. I'm not saying anything that they don't know, but I really do think that his mountain that he's gonna have to climb is Roman Reigns, because they all have to climb a mountain at some point, right? And it's different who has to be the one that gives you the seal of approval,
just like Roman it was Brock.
Yeah, exactly, 100%. And he had to earn it, right? What they do? Did they do that match 3 years in a row? Like,
yeah,
or was it only 2? For some reason, I think it was 3. But
it felt like it was every show for 3.5 years.
And that was all just to get like Roman to the place where he was undeniable, because after Taker, everybody just hated him.
Mm-hmm. I do have some breaking news.
Oh, bring it.
Another death, unfortunately.
Oh, fuck.
And it's kind of wrestling related. Rahman Ali passed away.
The boxer?
Yeah. Muhammad Ali, the referee at WrestleMania 1.
Oh. Shit.
Yeah. Sad. After, Hogan and everybody else, blah, blah, blah.
We're not going to do a tribute to Hogan. We missed our window on that one. We'll just keep our mouths shut.
Nick was there tonight. That was touching.
I did make a note on that moment when it comes a little bit later, but it definitely wasn't going to be Brooke.
No. Nice girl there. I like her.
Oh yeah. You have pictures with her, right?
Yeah. I think I was in an elevator with her, and she was like going down to work out in the hotel, and I looked over, and she looked at me, and I was like, "Sup, Brooke?" And she said, "Oh, I didn't know people knew who I was."
Nice. Oh no, dude, what is happening? Mike. All right.
You froze on,
dude.
You
froze on mine, and then you disappeared, and then you joined back in.
It was the same thing you did on mine.
I don't understand why it happens the same way to both of us. That's
it's weird.
It is. It's very, very weird.
So,
and then when you join back in, like it's always you that joins back in, which is weird to me that it's always you that joins back in, and then it's still live and recording on my screen the whole time. So
and mine as well.
So with you, it's like I joined back in with you.
Yeah, your face was like this when I said the Brooke elevator story, and then I was like, "Oh, you're just making a crazy face," and you were just.
Yeah, but I mean, to get back to the room, what happens?
And then it says "Sack joined."
Huh? Yeah, that's wild. So it does the exact same thing to both of us. So then it's got to be the room.
Yeah.
Like it's got to be something with the connection between the two of us. It's not something either of us have any control over. Because I feel like every time it happens, we're both like sitting here fucking kind of pissing on each other to like make each other think it's the other one's fault. And like or to say it's not our own fault, but like I don't think it's either. I'm wired in at
it's probably like
700 plus.
Yeah,
so
I'm at 2.5, brother.
Yeah, exactly. But it's still the same. I mean, yeah, exactly. Like we're overclocked. Like,
no, it's probably exactly like a show freeze off when you're playing an online game where it's just like a little blip and it doesn't know what to do, and then it kicks both to get back in.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay. I don't have a fucking idea where we were.
We are finishing up Jay with the splash.
Yeah. So you called Bronson obviously taking the fall, which again, that was his role in this match. I don't know, for some reason the note that I made, and I can't really work it out right now in my head as to why, is that I felt like it was a trash payoff. I really didn't see the benefit of having Jay go over. Like it didn't make any sense to me.
They should have put the Bronsons over.
Yeah, I think Bron should have gone over, but or Bronson, even Bronson, and with Bron out doing something else to help, Like I just think they should have gone over. I don't like, to me, it feels like they're protecting Jay. And I don't like that. Like you have to do the reasonable thing. And to me, it was definitely the bronze going over in this match. I was really disappointed that they didn't, honestly. It didn't have to be Roman, obviously, but yeah, I didn't like it, the payoff of the match.
Like I said, I thought the match was really good. It was produced by Bobby Roode and PS. I thought they did a great job. I just didn't like the finish. That was it.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel, not to dip too much back into talking about Unreal, but I'm guessing like this is something that is going to be a thing now. Like, I don't know how I feel about the producer of the match, like being known, being called out. Like, I don't know. Yeah. The only thing I can think of is that's part of it, right? That you're going to make it like, it's going to, like, you're already kind of an on-screen performer at certain points, but like, it feels like it's going to be one of the demands of the job going forward with WWE is, in order to produce matches, you're actually not just going to be some faceless person. You're going to answer to the fans. That's kind of fucking wild to me. Like, I don't know how I feel about it, because you could have some real hair trigger responses going forward that are going to destroy some potential long-term building, because people are going to be held responsible for everything a step along the way. And if something doesn't work out right, they could, I don't know. It's just one of the little things that I think is an unintended consequence of that show, is that it changes the role of what a producer is going to have to actually put up with, and like part of their job description. I feel like it changes a little bit.
Well,
that's,
you got to think though too, this is the wrestling business and they're working constantly. So it could be something else that they're agenting, that they're showing as so-and-so did it too. So
yeah, that's true. That's true. You can use it, and it builds up another layer of storytelling that you can do in what I'm gonna dub the reality 2 era. I don't know, because it feels like they're doing some of that. Like they're kind of driving into that with this. And I have a feeling that Divas is coming back. Like,
yeah.
Just, it feels like they're rebuilding it and rebranding it. So like we discussed a few episodes ago, that it feels like there's a reclassification of like the divas and I don't know. I think they're all kind of divas still. They're just like wrestlers too. It's weird. Like the transition in the women's has been insane. Anyway, speaking of that,
oh, Speed went away too.
In the women's, what's that?
Speed. WWE Speed. They were doing like matches on Twitter or X, whatever. Like 4-minute fast-paced match. It's gone. They haven't even been recording.
Oh,
yeah.
No shit.
So that contract probably went out, and they'll flush something else in.
I'm just gonna let you know, you just totally interrupted my transition of talking about the women's division into our second match, which include women in the tag division. You just like interrupted it, hard break, switched up to talk about the belt or the show's Speed, and now I gotta just hard cold into the next match, which is Charlotte and Alexa versus Roxanne, Perez, and Raquel.
Yeah, that's what I do. The silence behind the violence. So, we were eating dinner when this match came on, and my wife, she don't watch the shit, but she was like, well, first of all, I said, holy shit, Charlotte's breasts are bigger than Alexa, because they were enormous today. But the way that they shot their entrance and
her bustier was
huge. The way they shot their entrance with them fighting, which is cute and funny, but then the camera shot of Roxanne and Raquel, then Roxanne turns around, and that's money.
Dude, that was so fucking cool. The way they caught the look in her eye and just, oh my God. I saw that and I was like, that's fucking cinema, bro. Like they just made cinema live. Like they caught that moment just perfect. She made the look just right. Like everything was so good to catch what you would put into a movie. They caught it live. It was so good. And Raquel, I didn't even notice it at first, but she's looking back over her shoulder with her glasses down. I was like, damn. But yeah, I knew they were going down. I just kind of figured they were going down to lose. Yeah. You just kind of felt that way. I don't necessarily like it. Judgment Day. I feel like they've been trying to break that up for so long.
I don't think they are.
And Finn just won't let it die. Like he just keeps and they they're great. Like people like them. There's no real rhyme or reason why, but I mean, I don't like this. I don't like this.
Well, Super Charlotte has to go over. Alexa has a good fan base following right now. I don't know. She hasn't done anything.
It seems very subdued. It just feels like a nostalgia bump.
Liv is probably ready to come back, so they're gonna break that off. And then the shot at the end with Charlotte and Alexa holding the titles on the ropes with them down pouting. They did it again in the main event, but I thought that was a great shot too.
Yeah, they did some really good shots tonight. Some really good ones. That was another one. I don't like it. I definitely don't think that out of the 4 performers in the ring, they were the better team.
Well, they're not a team.
Roxanne, I know, I understand, but they are. Right. And I know that the game is we're not doing this, but we are. It's like the whole Kane gimmick with like half of his teammates. And yet he was an amazing tag team wrestler. Neither one of them seem to be good tag team wrestlers, in my opinion, at this point. And they whatever. Maybe I'm over judging that. But Raquel and Roxanne are like, they were born to be a fucking tag team, man. It's to me, it was, that's what tag team wrestling is supposed to be. I maybe, and again, maybe I'm overblowing it, but I like them better than I liked Liv and Raquel. And I think Roxanne does more to elevate Raquel than Liv ever did. I feel like Liv totally outshined her, as we were talking about. And I'm not saying that Roxanne isn't a bigger personality, but it doesn't feel like she's trying to outshine her. It feels like she's trying to sell. Yeah. Yes. Sure. And I just don't like them dropping unless they are going to pull it back, which they might. I'm not saying they won't. I'm sure this could have just been a blip on the radar for them to put them over even harder, because taking your belts back from Alexa and Charlotte really make you look away, you know. But they are what tag team wrestling. They are a good tag team. They elevate each other. They look great together. They work really well together, and they complement each other almost fucking perfectly. Like they're like the Rockers, dude. Like they're like a team like that. They're nothing like the Rockers. I'm not making an actual comparison, but I'm saying they're very sellable as a team, as a unit, and being worthy of being champions at that level.
So you're saying,
and they just dropped the belts to two women that don't care about any of that. Like
you're saying right now they're not back at the hotel with just a line outside their hotel room, just going to town like Marty and Sean.
Probably not. No, probably not. They yeah, I don't know. But Roxanne Perez is a fucking star. We've been singing her praises for a while.
Why keep her locked up when you can push her in a singles?
Because it's too crowded right now, and there's not really a spot for her. There? I think so. I really think so. I think you still have stars at that level that have to sort themselves out. Like, and plus okay, so right now you still have Becky and for your mid cards, right? Yeah, and that's a whole big, that's still a big overarching story. I would assume that this should be the end of it.
It has to be,
I don't. Yeah. But we're not making predictions. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm just saying I don't think that Roxanne, like I don't think you have to rush it, dude. I think you have a tag division, you have tag belts. So elevate tag teams, not just the random hodgepodge of putting people together, right? And I just, that's the only way you have a legitimate tag division, is if you have tag teams.
Do they care about that?
Well, they made belts. Like, they have belts. Why?
Yeah, they were there.
Why not care about something?
So here's my point with this tag team division.
Okay.
All right. We watched the Royal Rumble. We said Charlotte's not ready. She's still hurt. Mm-hmm. She's still favoring. Bliss is coming off having a baby, so she's not ready. Mm-hmm. So they throw those two together. Kaden and Katana were probably the tag team that was a tag team, and they fired them. So,
but they were unable to get past the level of NXT.
They were WWE Women's Tag Champions,
but they were NXT level wrestlers, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay. Like the difference is, if you all I'm trying to say is, when you have chemistry with people that can work together and you can make a tag team. They did the same thing with Damage Control, right? Once there was chemistry there and they could work together, and like they had their runs up and down. I still don't understand how. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. I think you could have they could be tag team, like run a tag team division for a while. But
they won't. They don't.
I think you're right. They probably just don't care.
Yeah. Right. It's just there. So if Liv didn't get hurt, where was Roxanne? See what I'm saying? Like, it just happened. Roxanne was probably going, to get slowly elevated in the singles. Then Liv got hurt, so they pushed her over there.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'd like to. If I'm being completely honest, I have a feeling that Roxanne could have come up, had some matches, tried to be something, and kind of sat on the shelf a little bit and marinated, until she could find her way into the Intercontinental belt picture.
She could.
You know?
And you just said it yourself, though, that you think they're going to do a Divas show, and they just brought back the Bellas. So,
but I'm saying it serves her career better, and it serves her better to be on a successful tag team that sells itself as a tag team the way that they do, and getting the screen time and holding the belt and being elevated that way. It does way more than for her than throwing her into the newly formed mid-card belt for women to be like fourth or fifth in line. You know, like she is where she is. They dropped the belts. Alexa and Charlotte have the belts. I guess in a lot of ways, it's no different than Becky having the Intercontinental belt right now. It's literally no different. The stars, the four horsewomen, and then, well, the one that kind of came before them, honestly, because Alexa was a little ahead of them. They're holding, gatekeeping belts at this moment, while a completely different set of stars are at the top. It's wild. It's wild.
They
so
have
just to cover my notes. Yeah, I know there are people hurt, but
no, I'm saying they have a division with 30 people, and some of them weren't supposed to get over the way they did, and boof, here we are.
Yeah, 100%. I don't really hate Alexa and Charlotte, what they're doing, though, to be honest. I just didn't necessarily think this is where they should have. It didn't feel right. I don't know. Whatever.
They're like Team Hell No.
Yeah, but they're okay. I don't hate them together. Alexa's music absolutely sucks.
Yes.
Roxanne is a top shelf talent. She's a 5-tool talent. Charlotte's gear is officially the worst gear in the business right now. Like, I used to not give her that because Natty was still around, and Natty's gear was just so fucking hideous. I find it funny that now she's just going out to the ring in a singlet. But yeah, Charlotte's gear is absolute trash, and she just looks awful every time she comes out, and I feel like it makes her look sloppy. She's not playing to her strengths at all. She kind of looks like the old aunt that people would have back from the 80s, like smoking a cigarette, like still wearing like one of those shirts, the t-shirts with the bikini body on it, and like big fucking, like she looks like a woman who's trying to look like a woman that she used to be or thought she was. I don't know, dude. It just, the rhinestones, the like the shaped stuff that she wears that's like firm, it stays where it is, and things, she just, the leggings, like, oh god, she doesn't sell me that she has it anymore. Look, I get she was super hurt, and I get that she is the queen. I understand. But to Becky and Alexa's credit, they go have kids, which is also super traumatic for your body, and you have to work hard to come back from it, not to mention all the mental and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, a knee is a bad injury, but the point is they had to work their asses off to be ready to come back. When Becky first came back, she wasn't really ready. She looked bad for a while. Like, we came down on her. There were just matches that she just didn't look like maybe she had it anymore. I wouldn't say that anymore. Becky looks fucking fantastic right now. I honestly think she's doing some of her better matches of her career, but she had to build coming back. Charlotte doesn't look like somebody who's built very well coming back. Like, she just doesn't look healthy. She doesn't look at the top of her game. She looks scared sometimes, to me. And Alexa doesn't look confident anytime she's out there. She's still going through the motions, doing her entrance, but she's not very over. The crowd isn't necessarily responding to her. They're not hot for her. Like, everybody, like I said, it's kind of a nostalgia bump at this point. I would like her to be impactful. I if she was going to come back the way she did, I wish she would have gone with the Wyatt Six and just done something. But she's kind of playing a character that has no anything. Like, it has there's no gimmick there. It's just her outfit is weird, and she carries a doll and talks like a little girl, looks like a cheerleader. Like, there's really nothing there. It's not connecting with anybody. It's not going anywhere. So they went over on two, in my opinion, at this point in their career, superior athletes who performed better and, in my opinion, put on a better show and are connecting with the audience better at this point. But it's SummerSlam, and in front of however many tens of thousands of people were there, it still sounded, it's going to sound like what it sounds like. I don't know. It was an okay match.
Just okay.
Yeah, just okay.
Tell me you did not like the finish without telling me that you liked the finish. I believe that's what just happened.
Yeah, pretty much. Is that? Yeah. A lot of words to say. It was a slow start. It was a slow start. I have that down in my notes. Anyway, so this was we're 2 matches in.
Mm-hmm.
Time seems to be kind of going by quickly in the show as we're watching. Like, that was. I mean, they didn't seem like short matches, but we're only, an hour and a half in.
Well, with the breaks and stuff, but 21 matches, 21 minutes on the opener, 13 and a half on the next, the women's tag.
Yeah. I mean, the sun's still like beaming into the stadium, like, it doesn't feel like the clocks really moved that far. It's nice. Like, feels like they're pacing it pretty well so far, in my opinion. And then we get to Karrion Kross and Sami Zayn.
Again, as you saw in our last, nobody saw it in our last show, but did he fuck Stephanie or something? Because he's got a following and they're fucking him hard.
So hard.
He's got he must not be resigning or something. Because
there must be something there, because they put him in the middle of the fucking card to look awesome, have the crowd behind him, again against a fan favorite who has the crowd behind him so often. Dude, their entrance is so fucking cool. I think I've said that before, but did it look good tonight?
The whole
production of it. Yep.
I think he looks so much better with hair too than being bald. But god damn, they fuck him so hard.
Okay, so their entrance is fantastic. Scarlett is like the perfect valet, like absolute perfect for that role. Like, she harkens back to Sensational Sherry and like there are so many good things that she does that I absolutely love. He has a look. He has entrance music. He has an entrance production. He has a psychology. He has the promo. He can work in the ring. I wanted to see an almost squash match. I wanted this to be the moment of elevation. And what we got instead was a 50-50 and Sami pinning him.
Not just pinning him. They if you think about it, like they pissed in his mouth because Sami picks up the pole, throws it away, and then just beats him flat.
Yeah. Yeah. I actually wrote that I wrote bad booking for that moment. And I don't know if I've ever said that on this show in the almost 2 years we've been doing this. Like that, to me, that was legitimately bad booking. To have that segment of that match was absolutely, it was just, it threw everything into a weird, and then it fell so flat. It fell so flat, and it should have. It was stupid. Once he threw that pipe away, the roll up pin, that should have been the end. That should have been the end. And then maybe they just stay and beat the fuck out of him for the fun of it.
Right.
But that's again, like you said, yes, and like you said, it's them straight up. It's a very clear, like, fuck you to him.
Mm-hmm.
Like it just is. And you can argue it, obviously, but I think people that, I mean, we've seen this play out before. We know what's happening here. Like, first of all, there's literally zero reason for Sami to go over, period, of anybody. I don't care who he's wrestling right now.
Did Sami not fucking lose to Johnny Knoxville at WrestleMania?
I don't remember that.
The gimmick matches.
Yeah. I don't remember it.
I gotta look it up now because it's bothering me.
Yeah, I don't have much more to say about that one, to be completely honest. Not to like blow right through it. But
well, it was 8 minutes, so you can blow right through it.
Yeah, exactly. And like buried. So Karrion Kross, it was nice to almost get to know you. I was rooting for you pretty fucking hard.
Karrion,
I think everything you do is fucking great. You have it figured out. If you see this, we love you.
Best of luck in your future endeavors. Mark Carano will send your shit over in a garbage bag because that's what they fucking did to you.
Yeah. But I mean, look at the guys that have come back. I mean, Rusev is dead as fuck. Rusev is dead.
I haven't seen him, to be honest.
Yeah. He's dead. Like it's flat. No one cares. All right.
Well,
that
that could be 3 years of him wearing a fucking pink Mickey Mouse shirt too.
I won't say speaking of, because
Johnny Knoxville defeated Sami Zayn in 14 minutes at WrestleMania 38.
Okay. This is where this is where we didn't get any Brooke Hogan. This is where I have the no Brooke Hogan written down. It was in between these.
You know what though? They kind of did it the right way because it's controversial. They showed fans wearing Hogan gear, and then they just went off in silence. So
yeah, I agree.
They acknowledged it and they did it right.
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody's had pretty much the same take when it comes to him that I've heard. I haven't really heard any super bad takes on it. I'm sure there are plenty out there, but I think the overwhelming reception is just, especially if you're a wrestling fan, like there's just you can't not love Hogan. You can't not respect him. You can You can have your opinions about his actions as a human being, and that's fine. But as a character and as everything else,
you have to separate the character versus the person.
Yeah, you do, because there's just such an impact on too many people's lives. You know,
we are not here right now if it's not for him.
Oh, what, dude? Nobody that has anything to do with professional wrestling at this point. Like, it just doesn't exist. I don't have any other good. I don't have any transition into this match at all. I wasn't paying attention before this match, but after this match, I did notice all the Marvel, the Marvel stuff, because there was Marvel stuff in this match, and then also Punk. I don't know if anyone else did anything crazy, but this was the match I was scared of. So when I looked at the card, yeah, this was Jade and Tiffany, Jade Cargill versus Tiffy Stratton. This was the match that I was nervous about, because my personal opinion is that Jade Cargill is not ready to be a champion.
The crowd agrees. Yes. The crowd died during this, but it could be the result of Sami beating Kross.
Yeah, but this match, so I didn't understand. Yeah, so we're gonna do this. Okay. Early on in the match, there was a spot outside of the ring. I don't know if it was like a suplex or if it was just like a superplex. What it was that Tiffy went to the ground on her back, right? She hits her back. Yes, she let out an absolute wail. When she got back up, and when they got back to her, she had a hematoma on her back. She had the purple bruising, the internal bleeding, she had it like in her back and extending to her ribs. And then as like the match went on, her ribs got really red, but like nothing else, like her back, you couldn't really see the bruising anymore. It started to like fade. And I was like, okay, well, maybe she just like hit something or something. My boys were worried that maybe she cracked a rib, because like the scream was very real. And then the bruising and the, like, that would be some sort of bleeding, whatever. But like, we were kind of worried like she got hurt, but then the match kept going. So, and she seemed to be moving fine, like, because that was very early in the match. So everything seemed to be fairly normal. But then it was over. Like it was just over. It was one prettiest whatever, prettiest moonsault. Yeah, prettiest moonsault ever. She does one of those, and 1, 2, 3, boom, done. Did you time this one?
7 minutes and 5 seconds.
So it was the shortest match of the night.
So the weird thing is, at the beginning of the match, she did that swanton, and she didn't go over until she hit Jade. So I was thinking maybe she hurt there, took the bump outside, or they don't trust Jade to go too long, which is
maybe that, like, maybe I really don't know. But I'm gonna say this: Tiffy still found a way to look really good, and if she's hurt, like, my respect for her, it can't go too much higher. I never ever saw her becoming as quickly as she has, what she actually represents, like how she's conducting herself, her matches, she's fucking awesome. I'm a huge fan of Tiffy. But Jade, I don't know if Jade can be trusted. Like we've done nothing but watch her with just like, dude, you can go all the way back in our stuff. Anyone who cares to, when she first showed up, we were in love. We were like, next superstar, like blah, blah, blah. She's going to rock it. And then we watched her matches and we started being like, okay, she's a little green. She's not, but she hasn't necessarily improved. And there's a stiffness to her movement and her legs
Robotic.
don't really, yeah. Like she just, I don't think she's going to be what she looked like she's going to be. Could be wrong because they've got a lot behind her at this point, and I don't. It's not like the 90s when wrestlers would just fucking disappear 3 weeks after showing up. Like people are getting a ton of TV time to get to work out their characters.
The thing with her though, like she went for the finish on the top rope and Tiffy had to climb. Like it looked off there.
It did.
It looked really off.
Did. I was like, what are they doing? Like, this is so out of position. Why are they helping each other get up the ropes? And finally Tiffy got to the top ropes and I was like, what the fuck is she doing? Yeah. And then they did that flip like reverse that Tiffy pulled off. And I was like, wow, that looked really awkward. But like now I get why Tiffy went up to the top rope was to flip her over.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I it just didn't. It was the shortest match of the night, and it was for the the top title and the one of two top titles in the women's in all of women's wrestling, right? Like that. And again, Tiffy is really good, really good. This was a bit of a stinker.
Jade really needs to go to NXT and figure it out, and she's too big of a star to go there. Like it's a weird spot. The problem is she came from AEW and they just threw her on TV. And she's
not good. She's not impressive.
Physique wise
at all.
She is, but
her look is insane.
The promos. But,
I mean, like
what the fuck was she? She was the Xfinity spot right before the match, where she was backstage with the mom and her daughter and upgraded their seats, and then it was her match. Like, why would they put that? You know what I'm saying? Like, she was in her gear.
I must have missed it. I think I came down like during her or came back up during her entrance because
it was just weird.
I expected a much bigger match, but I was worried that they were going to put the belt on Jade. I was scared that they were going to put the belt on Jade, and I don't know if. Again, with how the match went, I don't know what the original plans were, but I have a feeling that by the time they got to the finish, it wasn't how it was booked. And for some reason, one thing or another, I don't think it would have been booked for a 7-minute match. And if it was, then they did a horrible job getting to the finish. Because it was like completely out of place. I think it took everybody by surprise. But it felt like a rushed match. I'm disappointed for Tiffany. I'm disappointed for Jade, to be honest, but I hope Tiffy moves on. I hope this is done.
I don't think Jade will ever win a title after watching what we saw.
She's young, right? Isn't she, or is she not?
No. She is 33. I guess that's young.
I mean, for professional wrestling,
Tiffy's 26.
Yeah.
Jade already had a baby, so maybe.
Well,
she's got a couple years.
It was disappointing.
Yeah.
And the segment in and of itself, like the timing and everything, it it was just a low point in the night, and I hate that for Tiffy.
Yeah.
But to pick it right back up for the crowd,
fucking Jelly Roll.
We get Jelly Roll time. It's Jelly Roll time. Teamed up with Randy Orton to take on Drew McIntyre and one of the Paul brothers. I never remember which one.
Logan.
Oh yeah, that's the one. So okay, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. So we just come off of that match, right? I'm not exactly thrilled with the ending of the tag match because I think Bron should have gone over, or Bronson, or both of them, whatever. And I didn't like that they took the belts off of Raquel and Roxanne. And then this is the gimmick match. So I'm like, dude, this night has sucked. Like it hasn't been terrible where I'm like not enjoying what I'm watching. But now that I'm looking at it on paper at this point, I'm like, and now we get this shit. Turns out this is how you set the plate for your main event. Like, this is how you get the crowd fired back up for the main event. And it fucking like, this match was like the most balls out match of the night. Like it was weird.
So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Why I'm not a Jelly Roll guy. The story is great. You got a super fat guy that lost all this weight to get his dream and wrestle. Apparently, when he was little, he was really into Smoky Mountain Wrestling and went to shows, which is Cornette. So that's wild. Why the fuck did Jelly Roll come out to Toby Keith? Does he not have his own music?
I have. That was the one thing where I was like, what is this?
Oh, no, there's another thing that I was like, what is this?
Okay.
That would be when they showed his wife.
Yeah, I'm not going to make the joke here, but let's just say I assured my children that she makes way more money than he does.
Yeah, so I was like, Julie was here. I said, what the fuck is going on with this dynamic? She goes, she had to have been a stripper or something. Like, because I'm like, there's a super fat guy and this like really hot chick. Kudos.
Yeah, it was that was quite the moment. Jelly Roll's gear being absolutely trash. Like all the screen printing that they did on it before they came, like last minute, is just falling off. Poor Logan Paul at like 3 or 4 different times during the match just had the lettering, just all over him.
Did you notice? Did you notice the patch on the front? It was like red, white, and blue. That's like, you know how they do the MLB debut patches?
Yeah,
that's what that is. That they're putting that into WWE cards now.
Well, I know they've been doing that with the debuts, like because Roxanne got hers and Julia and everything. Like those
most of the time,
ones.
they're like subtly hidden on their hips. This was like boom right here.
I mean, that's a good way to verify it, right? Like,
yeah,
there it is. Yeah. So Michael Cole saying jelly, not Jelly Roll, but like when he would just call him Jelly, just gave me such a fucking like I don't know if I want to watch this match anymore. Cause he's calling him Jelly, like he's just saying Jelly, like it's the dude's first name and his last name is Roll.
Yes, like He has the like whitest name of all time too.
Dude. Yeah.
It's like
okay,
Justin Smith or something.
Not my cup of tea. Not really my thing. I'm not big on the celebrity wrestling gimmick. Like I've never enjoyed it. But in the end, I actually quite enjoyed this match. I think it was cool that he had to go through the experience of being in there getting beat up. Like he didn't just stand on the rope and wait for his 5 minutes to do some moves.
That's what
and do a
everybody
finisher.
expected.
He went in there and took shots from one of the hardest dudes in the business, like
old boy
Drew
said, "Lay him in."
McIntyre. Yeah. Drew McIntyre is legitimately one of my like top 5 favorite professional wrestlers right now. Like the dude can do no wrong to me. When he's on screen, if he whatever he's doing, he's entertaining and he looks good. He puts in good work. Like I really am a fan of Drew McIntyre, and I never in a million years thought I would say that because I've always seen him as 3-man band. Like I just like that. That's to me. That's what he became because he was the chosen one, and then he ends up in 3-man band. But he's awesome, and he put him through a ringer. I was impressed. I was like, okay, here we go. Logan, every PLE match that he has, I grow a little bit more in the ballpark of listen. I know he's an entertainer. I know that's what it's about to him, but he can wrestle as a professional wrestler. He's not a celebrity pretending to be a professional wrestler. He is a professional wrestler that happens to be a celebrity from something else. And not in like the Ronda Rousey way, because that was just bullshit. This dude, I mean, he's kicking ass in PLEs. Like just absolutely just destroying in his matches, and he always looks good. He always does something that makes you go, holy shit. Like, how can I not respect this dude? Every time. I actually liked him and Drew together. I would pay to watch them be a tag team. Like I would watch that. I know it's not happening, but I'm just saying. I want to see Logan. Like I might be rooting for Logan Paul to either win the Royal Rumble or to win the Money in the Bank.
A lot of people on Twitter said put the strap on Logan tonight.
I'm just saying. I'm teetering on being in the camp of him winning either Royal Rumble or Money in the Bank.
Well, you're looking at the dude that people hate because he is so good at what he does. Mm-hmm. And now, like, the wrestling community is like, holy fuck, he is legit.
Yeah. And a lot of people hate him because he
is successful.
Because yeah, but there are those of us who were YouTube people back in the day and actually caught the video of him, going into a forest that he shouldn't have gone into and filming somebody he shouldn't have filmed and being extremely disrespectful to the entire country of Japan. So like, and that's why, that's the whole, when Dom went on his podcast and teased him about whether or not he could go to Japan and everything else. Cause all that, right? Like I'm not, okay. They're just words I'm not saying, but, he went to Japan back in the day, and there is a place in Japan where people go to tie themselves around the neck to a tree.
Okay.
And it's called that the S word that I don't want to say.
Yeah.
And he went into it with a Toy Story, you know, the little alien beanie on, and found a body like hanging in a tree and filmed it and put it up on YouTube. Yeah, it was like the first big mistake he made that like people turned on to him really hardcore. That, and then the shit with his what's it called? I just want to say Bitcoin, like that's the thing, but it's not obviously Bitcoin because that's an actual coin. But
yeah,
his
digital currency.
There's a lot.
He
of
did the old Hawk Chua.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. So yeah, I mean there's a lot of people that don't like him because of his ethics, because him and his brother both are very like potentially ethically challenged, it has seemed over the course of their careers. And I mean, I've always given them a little bit of the benefit of the doubt in saying that they were very wealthy, not just rich, but they were very wealthy at a very young age, independently through their own work. Like their effort made them wealthy at a young age. So that gives you such a fucking inflated ego at a time in your life when your brain is still like
processing, growing
up. Dude. Yes. Like I mean, I'm not saying that I would have been any different if I had been them, is what I'm saying. Like, so, and I'm just acknowledging that as a human being, as a male of the species and whatever. But like, I'm, you know, it's hard to judge. First of all, we shouldn't judge others, period. It's not our place. But you know, you're not going to be a young kid that gets super fucking rich, because we're not. Like he is and they are. And yeah, I can give them some leeway for being young and dumb and extremely rich, and knowing that they're going to get more rich as they do stupider shit. You know, like it's dude, we had Jackass. Like we made, like you talked about Johnny Knoxville earlier, right? Like I mean, with no Johnny Knoxville, there's no Logan Paul anyway. Like it's not like we didn't have our version of who he was when he was young and the shit that he did. But he's a professional wrestler now, dude.
The first introduction I had was when he had the boxing fight with Mayweather. Like I never heard of the Paul brothers.
Oh, really? Yeah, no, I like I said, I was on YouTube back in those days. Like I was really into the YouTube drama of what was going on back then. Like I was following PewDiePie, and it's a whole other fucking story. This match was cool. We probably talked more about other stuff than the match, but we both liked it, right? Like,
yeah, awesome.
Loved the finish, by the way. And I'm gonna tell you, I haven't talked much about it, but the reaction from the couch with my boys is that we were all really, really happy with that segment because he took the fall. Like that's a great way to show that you're not out there for the celebrity pop.
And it added to the story of the Logan Paul is an outsider and all the shit.
Yeah. And I mean, they all kind of looked. I mean, Randy did Randy things and it was awesome. I'm a big fan of it. Drew put in the hurting like he's supposed to. That's awesome. Good for Jelly for taking it. Jelly. And Logan looked fantastic and goes over. Fucking amazing. Match of the night if it weren't for the main event.
Yeah, it was really good. Kudos to all of them. It was 17 minutes and 10 seconds, and 15:30 of that was Jelly Roll getting his ass beat.
Yeah.
So
kudos.
Good for them.
All right, man. You want to take us to the main event?
Sure. CM Punk challenging Gunther for the workhorse title. 30 minutes and 20 seconds. I thought it went. First of all, I looked at the clock and I was like, is this shit going to be over by 9 o'clock? But they delivered. It was just an ass beating.
Oh no, are we losing it again?
No, we're good. Slow, paced well. Everything was impactful. They laid it in. It was the story that like Punk totally respects Gunther. It's not like he was out there shit talking him like he normally would. And then it happened. Something
okay,
I texted you.
No, not yet. I wanna talk about the match more first.
Okay, go ahead. Punk's gear was fantastic. First of all,
oh yeah, the fantastic
Four. Yeah.
It was such a cool old school like Bruiser Brody type match where they just laid into each other. Like first you get the limb work from CM Punk just absolutely attacking that arm and being relentless, reversing everything. Like for what the first 5-6 transactions in between them, he would get into a position where he's working that fucking arm again. And I was just like, ooh, okay. And he built his momentum slowly and like puts his effort in and starts going. And it turned on a fucking dime. And I didn't see that coming. I didn't think, like, I thought they'd go back and forth for a while and it would get close. But once Gunther got the upper hand, it just didn't stop. I was, like you said, so I brought up the pacing earlier on. So when we got to this point, it was already set up that the pacing was, it had gone pretty well up until the women. And it was like, oh my God, this is too short, blah, blah, blah. And then the Jelly Roll match was perfect for time, in my opinion. But it's like, holy shit, is this really going to be this long? Like, are we going to get like and my son was like, this is a modern day Iron Man match that they're not billing as an Iron Man match. He's like, he totally expected it to go super long for some reason. I wouldn't have predicted it. Punk is aging, you know. I was shocked. I got to be honest. I don't normally get shocked, but I was legitimately shocked at the way that they booked the match and how far it actually went. Of Gunther just absolutely owning him, just absolutely whipping his ass. I wanted to not get to the end because I wanted to ask you about something, and I want to pose like kind of a thing. So Gunther taps out at Mania in what looked like kind of a weird move to us at the time. He tapped out rather quick. There wasn't a lot of like it, and it seemed kind of cowardly. Like he tapped out, like he was scared, which we all thought was weird. But the crowds start chanting at him, "You tapped out, you tapped out." And they don't let it go, man. Jay's not champion anymore. The belt, you know, like that, he's champion again, and they're still chanting it at him. And he's not feuding with Jay. They're still chanting it at him. They chanted it during this match. So then you have him in this physically dominant bully kind of way, just beat the shit out of Punk for half an hour. And then when he hits the table, he hits the table, and gigs or whatever they're doing now. It seemed like that's what it had to be.
Yeah.
Hit a spot too, because he was spurting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and then he kind of like from a character standpoint, he kind of like panics, right? And he's like rubbing it in his eyes, and he's complaining about his not being able to see, and he's like, oh, and it looked like it scared him again, like it kind of made him seem like cowardly in a way. Yeah, and then that's how he loses, right? So because he does end up losing, which I don't know. I didn't see that necessarily coming. You knew what was going to happen next. Well, you thought you knew, and obviously you were right. But I don't know what they're doing with Gunther in that regard. Like where he's this towering monolith of strength, but he's lost 2 times now in major matches in what seems to be a very like wimpy way. Like you know what I mean? It wasn't like he actually got beat. I mean, he did by the GTSs because it took 2 of them, but it was like his panic from his blood that actually caused him the match. And I just
no
what? No.
So compare it to boxing.
Okay.
The first time you have a prize fighter and he has a cut, it's just distracting. The blood is distracting. So it's an out. The blood is an out. And it also signifies Samson's got that chink in his armor, cut the hair, you know?
Yeah.
But he took the GTS and he stood there.
Yes, he did.
And then he took a second one. And that was it. So it's an out. The blood was an out for this.
Fair enough. Okay. I don't know. I didn't like the way it posed him, but you're right. It is. It's something that gives him that vulnerability. So then you can, take it, right? You can take that, you find that crack in the wall and you shoot right through it.
It also, Punk needed it. But the draft is coming up, so Gunther's probably going to get shifted to the other show. But they did it so masterfully because he was so dominant, and then that blood was a distraction. And then you had Punk play the whole angle, with, crying with the belt.
And took him forever. They really let it sit and simmer but when Burn It Down hit, that crowd, which by the way, I thought was very reserved for this match. It felt I don't think they weren't with it. I think they were very much into it, but they were kind of enjoying the pacing of it because they could sit and they didn't have to, it didn't have to be like a draining thing after the action that they just went through and everything else. This had a much different pace to it. And then once they got to the end, the ending of the match got them up on their feet, just absolutely thrilled. And when Burn It Down hit, I swear to God, it felt like that place was going to like fall apart. Like, holy cow, did they win with that? Absolutely knocked it out of the park.
And then when he came out on the crutches, I just knew.
I didn't. I'm gonna be completely honest. I've been staying away from, this. I stay away from as much dirt sheet type shit. I didn't see that coming. I thought he was legitimately like hurt. I do know he was like it wasn't like he didn't like get hurt. He just must not have been like seriously injured. He got a little tweaked or twinged or whatever, or he faked it. You know,
I think
he did
I
it on
think
purpose.
that was to draw the illusion that it's not going to happen.
Well, okay, but it fucking worked because as soon as he stopped walking and turned around, I was like, oh fuck, it was a work.
Well, he
He
threw the
turns
crutches.
around. Yeah. Well, and then he turns around and takes the brace off. When Punk actually tried to like fight him off, and it was so feeble, just beautiful. It's fucking cinema. Punk just he couldn't even lift his arms, man. And had to sit there and get punished and then walk away with no belt.
They did it so perfect because he didn't stand with the belt and celebrate. He was just on his knees.
Yep. So Seth Rollins has to be like the greatest Money in the Bank holder like ever, right? Like this is the second big cash in on like the biggest stage, like the biggest moment, and the crowds absolutely lose their minds, and it's so eloquent. It's just a fantastic cash in again from Seth Rollins.
And it's what, a year and a half in the making because of the feud. Well, I mean, it's longer than that, but the feud with this, they cooked. And the thing is I saw that tomorrow is a street fight, so you know it's going to be bullshit. And tonight was just that.
Yep.
So that's
tonight
how you
was
do
perfect.
2 nights.
Tonight was perfect. The way they did it, it closed the show. It was perfect. And tomorrow is gonna be weird.
Tomorrow's gonna be the dog and pony show.
Yeah. I'm not. We're not gonna get into it. It was perfect. So we both loved that, right? Like the match itself was really, really, really good as a wrestling match. You can't see the same shit every time.
I don't know that Dave's going to give it 5 stars. Let's just be honest.
No, absolutely not. But you can't see the same match every time. I don't know that I've ever seen a match like that from CM Punk.
No, he delivered.
And you kind of worry about just the bread and butter matches with him because he's also getting up there, and his physicality, it's not like he's ever been a tremendous athlete, right? Like it's never been about his athleticism. But the way they programmed with each other, he looked so smart early on with the limb work. Like he looked so smart, and that's CM Punk. He's going to outsmart you and outwork you. And he just took a beating, just absolutely took a beating. I was so happy for him when he won, and I did not see Seth taking the title from him tonight. Again, maybe that makes me a shitty person to be sitting here talking about wrestling after the show, that I didn't see it coming. But you know, it felt good in the moment. I popped. Like I'm not gonna say that I didn't. That's for sure. But tomorrow,
well, hold on. What? I was gonna say the way they sold Seth coming out on the crutches and said, well, he's got the case until next June. Like Michael Cole and production, like they absolutely cooked.
Yeah. And what did Wade talked about how he saw him at a restaurant last night and he was on the crutches and everything else. Like I bet he did signings and everything else with that knee brace on and walked around in the crutches. Like I'm sure he sold it the whole time. Look, I'm here for that shit. I am 100% here for that because it just makes wrestling so fun. Like they found a way to do what they did in the 90s when people couldn't know ahead of time, like where stuff like it couldn't be ruined or whatever.
Well, you had the Sandman 94, 93 get the fireball and he was blind, and he literally, people know, like, he's literally lived at his house, didn't leave, always had the mask on, then peeled the mask off for the big, and that's what they did, like the sense of realism in a bullshit industry.
Yeah.
And then tomorrow you're gonna
they're
have
reframing it. They're reframing it.
You know they're going to have a packaged, like an uncut or some backstage footage where Seth is like, and the crutches, and then he just does a wink or something. It's coming.
Yeah, I like that element of it, and I like that they've added another layer to the storytelling. And because the more layers, the easier it is to hide shit. Like somebody inside of their business has changed like an approach
philosophy
to how they, and it's working in my opinion. I mean, obviously it's not everything all the time is going to be perfect, but they've found a packet again, and I like it. As always, it's a constantly changing business. So some weeks we're shitting on it, and some weeks we're loving it. Tonight wasn't perfect. I'll give it a 7.2 out of 10. I really enjoyed it.
That's fair.
I really enjoyed it. But other than the surprise and the perfectly well done ending, and the fact that the Logan Paul jelly roll thing really surprised me. The first half, I just had too many complaints to go much higher than that. Too many things I didn't understand with why they would make decisions that they did. And the way Tiffy and Jade, that whole match just was very souring for me. So I gave it a 7.2.
I think that's fair. It opened up hot, it went down, it came back up at the end. So that's the roller coaster you look for. Kind of excited for tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be completely different. We already saw the cage up there, so you know that's coming.
Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu.
Something that we were really interested in tonight, the Bristol Speedway Classic. It went one inning, and it's going to be played tomorrow.
Rain?
Yeah.
Oh no, that sucks, but that's good. Oh wait, no, I won't get to watch it tomorrow either.
Why?
I mean, we'll be watching this
tomorrow, 1:00.
Oh, well, okay, I'll get to watch that. I got to take my daughter out for her birthday lunch. She's 12 tomorrow, so
happy birthday.
I'm gonna take my little baby girl out for her birthday lunch, and then I'll get to watch that game. Cool. I'm glad. I really didn't want. Are they gonna start it over, or are they just gonna go from the first inning?
It's 1-0. It looks like they're just gonna
okay
suspend it.
Continue it.
Yeah.
Yeah, tomorrow should be I don't know. I don't know if I'm excited or not. Like,
it looks a lot heavier.
Yeah, right. So
like there's more matches or something.
I honestly don't have the card up in front of me for right now, but
I do. Yeah, the women's
I'm not sure
triple threat
after Friday night SmackDown and Cena's, like, I wouldn't call it a face turn, but the promo that he pulled off, like, I don't know what to expect tomorrow. I like, it could be misdirection, it could be forcing The Rock to come in and intervene and take over. It could be legitimate. And at this point, he's like, fuck it, I'm done. I'm just going to come out and say this and we're going to move on. Like, it literally could be that. I can't imagine that, though. They don't do things just willy-nilly like that. Like I don't know. I don't know, honestly. But we're going to find out tomorrow.
It looks like there's only 6 matches, so
just like tonight.
Well, tonight was 7. The cash-in was 7.
Oh, yeah. Okay, fair enough.
You have the women's triple threat. You have Becky and Lyra. Lyra. You have Solo and Jacob in the cage. AJ and Dom. You have the TLC match. And John and Cody.
It's going to be good. I'm excited. If you've watched this, you should subscribe and watch us again after night 2.
Yeah. We'll be going live again. Hopefully it's 9:00 tomorrow too.
Hopefully leave me some time to get some stuff done on these.
Yeah.
But all right, guys, we're Maz and Sack. Thanks for watching.
Keep watching. We're here to take over your soul.